In the bottom left starting location, we have the underdog in this match. His ID is
MVP King.
His name in that text looks like it says he.
It does, actually. Some wonky font there. In the upper right, a legend from StarCraft 1. Here in StarCraft 2, his ID.
OGS Nada.
And actually in our studio, it's completely packed in here with people rooting for Nada. So Nada has brought his fans with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Because
Nada's so good.
Yes, because he's just such a good Terran, right? Remember when you said the word wonky in season 1 of GSL?
Yeah.
I made fun of you because I didn't think that was a word. And
Yeah,
then
man.
1,000 people tweeted at me that wonky is a real word.
Yeah.
And now I use it.
Yeah, you use it actually more than I do, and
I know.
That's
it's my word now.
man.
It's my word, man.
Well, I guess you took it over from me, but that's like a word that I had used a lot in my life. So
He also uses the word wiggly. Our hosts actually use wiggly a lot.
I do in
Some
real
get
life,
wiggly.
not just on the cast.
Yeah, no, and when I was actually talking, they'll be like, my dog is cold, it's wiggling,
Yeah.
it's getting wiggly.
He'll be like, "How are those cold noodles?" I'm like, "They were a little bit wiggly."
All right, there's a wall in here, so not as SCB won't get inside to see
If you had a pet
what Keen is up to.
worm, what would you name it? Wiggly.
Wiggly, or Wormy,
Wormy? No, what?
or Professor Worm.
Mr. Meow Meows.
Now, when Nada wins, First City almost always wins, pretty much like all these other players we've seen.
Yep. Well, we have Nada going Tech Lab this game, so definitely going to be some Reapers from him. This map, definitely a map that you can get Reapers in on a lot of spots. Keen going for the 1 racks expand into double gas, so it looks like he probably wants to jump up to Banshee, although it's a possibility that he'll jump up to Factory, and if he expects any sort of Banshee play, he'll jump up to Viking, Tank, Marine for a little bit, most likely. But Nada just going to go for the Reaper expand. How many Reapers will he get? I'm not sure. 1 or 3. We almost never see 2 Reapers.
No, we don't. No, we almost never
it's a
see
rare
4
number.
either. Maka's
4,
not in the tournament, no. You remember when, like, this entire game was Reapers?
Tasteless. I
It
was a
was a beta?
Zerg back then. I remember that so well.
Oh my god.
I
Like,
remember
a
that
guy with
so well.
6 Reapers running around the map, like right
Oh
off the
my
bat.
god. The pain that was felt.
Kids are gonna be able to go racks on 6 and a Reaper. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, the Reaper, there's nothing stopping the Reaper. All the Marines are at the expansion. Huh. So this Reaper going to do whatever he wants.
And once again, King gonna be off to a bad start.
Yep. Ooh, a little bit of miss micro there by Nada. Ooh, nice little snipe there. And 3 kills. This is actually a very worthwhile. 4 kills! Very worthwhile.
And as you can see, Keen kind of has a little mountain down here at the bottom
Yeah,
of the
he
screen because he was in Codas doing it. Now here's consistency.
Yeah.
Look at that for Nada.
Nada has always
been in Codas.
Always.
Say it with me,
And in
coaches.
fact,
Nada has
always been in
Codas.
Codas. And in fact, he and Clyde were tied for that, but Clyde unfortunately did drop down. Our poor boy Clyde is in Code A this season. Don't worry, guys, he's coming back.
And he's going to win at GSL when he does, just like we predicted a long time ago.
Eventually will.
Upgrade complete.
All right, so Reactored Hellions being produced by Keen. Getting that Tech Lab and a Starport as well. Interesting build by Keen. Nada, on the other hand, is going for bio this game for sure. He's got his 3 racks up and all. Wow, it's so impressive that Nada has never not been in Code S. He's always been in Code S.
Well, you know,
he didn't play Season 1 of GSL, then he got in Season 2, and has always been there. And that was before Code S.
And if you look at StarCraft 1 for Nada, he was always in the top 30 ranked
Kespa.
players. Yeah,
He had a 7-year streak, I believe it was.
Which nobody
ever
else
came close.
Ever came close to.
He stopped trying at StarCraft 1 Like, he actually stopped trying, stopped practicing, was barely playing the game for like a year before he fell out of the top 30. Because he would still play matches every now and then and do fine. Because he's nada. He is nada. Like, you guys, anyone who wasn't a StarCraft 1 fan, just look Nada up, man, on VODs and stuff. What a god.
Yeah, he was legendary. It still is, but
he will continue to be legendary for all time.
Wani just walked in.
Oh my god, there he is.
He's here.
Another legendary Korean.
The other legend. The only one that's greater than Nada. All right, so we have a Hellion drop coming in over here. And very nice by Keen. He's starting to get some of these SCDs.
Yeah, this is a really nice little drop here, man. Oh, I love this move. He's like, forget it, I'll go for these. And Nada does a good job of splitting.
Not paying off, though.
Yeah, but I
smart.
do love it. I love that he did it. Killed 5 SCVs, lost 4 Hellions. Wasn't as good as he had hoped, but I loved the move. I love the initiative. Good work. Keen right now getting Cloak, getting a Siege Tank. He is not going mech or anything like that. He's just going to go Cloak, Banshee, and Bio. Nada right now, though, is moving out, and he has some Marauders. He has Marines. His Stim is going to finish right before he hits. And with the Combat Shield and a few Marauders as Bunker Busters, he might actually hit a kill timing. Was he going to hit a kill timing? There is a medevac out there. Siege Tank on the high ground. That's really smart.
Okay, but he put all the SCVs by the bunker, and he just barely cannot see that bunker. Oh, that was so cool.
Oh, and he doesn't get it. Okay, well, that's pretty much the end of that rush, and not as smart enough to know that, and he's going to back off. But if he had sniped that tank, he probably would have continued and seen what kind of damage he did.
Banshee over here inside of Nada's expansion.
Ooh, good move by Keen here. Oh, a nice stim by Nada, and the scan was late.
I'm so surprised he scanned there.
Yeah, it was a late scan. That was actually, Nada was a little bit slow on that. If he had scanned a little bit quicker, he could have gotten a couple more volleys and made that Banshee either dead or so close that would have been very risky to do anything else. And
Banshee goes down. But this other Banshee wants revenge.
That's it, man. You killed my brother. Well,
you killed my twin sister. She was the pilot of that Banshee.
My identical twin sister.
My identical twin sister.
Then when that one dies, the next one comes. Turns out we were triplets separated at birth. More and more Banshees being made by Keen. That's interesting.
Okay, we have a drop here in the main base for Keen.
Thing is, the Banshee did fly by us, so Keen is not completely ready, but I mean, he was going to come over here and deal with it just fine. And with that Siege Tank, is he going to? Nope. Not get the medevac. Not quite. Keen's playing a really solid game this time. I got to give it to him, man. He's playing very, very well. It looks like we're going into a stabilization part of this game where harassments aren't going to work nearly as well. They're both just kind of be like, I guess we have to take our third bases. Keen's third command center has already been started. Nada's, though, not. Nada's just making units right now. Making some medevacs, making some siege tanks. And, of course, his barracks units. Oh, man, that was a big
nice
stim.
maneuver. Keen playing pretty well this game. Oh, man!
And he gets it. That was actually a pretty good move.
That was like in the last possible pixel that Banshee could have been at in that scan.
Yeah. They could only see, like, the back of its back wing, whatever that's called, the tail wing.
The tail.
The tail flap.
The butt.
The butt of the Banshee. No, man, that's not where the butt of the Banshee would be. It would be like a snake. It's like somewhere further up on the Banshee body. The snake doesn't poop out of the end of its tail. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird, man. It'd be like, I don't know.
That would be weird, though.
That would be weird.
All right, so Nada moving out right now. He does have a pretty good army, and he's actually catching some of this. The tanks of Keen out of position slightly, and he kills off a little bit. Doesn't do as much as he wants, but good play by both players there, actually.
Now we have a little bit of a skirmish here in the middle. Remember, the last map when I took a shipyard, control in the middle is really important for the watchtower. This time it's important because it's this high ground area that cuts the map in half. All right, he's going for it.
Oh, man. And that's exactly how that was supposed to go.
Yep.
That's actually both those players reacted perfectly to that situation. And now we just have a little standoff in the middle. But Keen already landed his third base. Nada, his third command center, just about to finish. So pretty similar third base timings overall. I like what Keen's doing, though. He's got that watchtower, and nice siege up. Nice siege up. Getting some free Marine kills.
That's the StarCraft 1-esque pushing style that we saw from Nada with siege. Oh, I thought we have an attack over here.
Trying to pick off some siege tanks. Loses a lot of Marines, but Nada losing a lot. Over-chasing just slightly.
Keen's actually ahead in supply. He's at 150.
Yeah, no,
Nada's at 125.
Keen's actually playing a better game right now than Nada is, for sure. Keen's actually playing really, really well, and he's been doing very well lately in various leagues online and whatnot, so I'm not too surprised to see him playing this well.
He moves in and chases out the Marines. The siege tanks all destroyed. And I think Keen might even continue to push further. I think he's probably already scanned that expansion area, the third base, and realized, oh, he doesn't even have a third base yet. I need to keep the pressure on.
Well, he is moving around, and Keen's going to get really good position here. Nada is out of position. Nada's tank count is 0 against 8 tanks of Keen. I think Keen's just going to take it. I mean,
yeah, I think
with 8 tanks against 0, Keen can just push forward.
And goodbye, Orbital.
Yeah, man. Great job by Keen. Oh, I love this little drop, drawing all the units back so Keen's tanks can get into position. Completely worth losing that medevac and everything in it.
He's going to drop up here to the main.
Oh, I don't like that nearly as much. But it might end up working anyways. All you have to do is pull back the siege tanks now.
I think there's not much that Keen can do to lose this game.
Yeah, that's the case.
It would be pretty hard to screw this up.
Although I got to say I would have much preferred him to just walk in the front with those siege tanks rather than get fancy. Gully pushes can be good, but I mean, when you have this much more, you can just walk in the front door.
Yeah, you don't have to get technical when you have this much more.
Yeah. And in fact, he may do that now. Looks like he is going to go do that. And that's exactly what he needs to do. SCV's coming off. Nada knows he's in so much trouble.
All right.
And all he's got to do is spot that high ground, and those siege tanks are going to be worth millions.
All right, guys, expect GG Keen wiping Nada out. We'll have to go to game number 3.
Yeah. And Keen with some very nice micro there. Nada going to lose absolutely everything. His supply over 100 down. And GG on to game number 3. Really well done by Keen. He played just a fantastic game there. And the thing is, the very, very beginning opening of the game, I like Nada's opening. You know, he killed 4 SCVs with that Reaper. Big deal. Big deal. And then Keen, with the counter drop, only killed 5 SCVs and lost all his Hellions. So I felt like Nada was in a good spot, but Keen just kind of outplayed Nada.
Nada not showing any emotion right now.
I thought you were going to say remorse. I'm like, yeah. No, he's not showing any remorse.
Any remorse for losing that game? I think we're going to have to see what kind of strats Keen's going to go with in game number 3. Keen played very well. Much better than Nada did in that game.
He absolutely did. That was really good play.
Yeah.
What map will Nada choose? Is he going to choose a map? He's already shown that he's quite good at mech. It's a slightly different style. Is he going to choose a map like that? Or is he going to try a map where he wants to go Marine Tank again? Because Keen, I got to say, as far as Marine Tank went, Keen played the better game there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nada was cute, though. You know, that one early timing he made for himself with a couple Marauders, that slowed down his tanks a little bit, which really helped Keen out. Keen pulled that tank back in time. It's a very interesting game overall.
This is a good TDT.
Yeah, this is a good matchup between these two.
TDT.
I remember the first time they met, I was like, oh, Keen. Oh, please. But right now it seems like they are a pretty good match for each other. The next map going to be Entombed Valley. Definitely a map that you can mech on the third base. Super easy to take. You have all that high ground.
Let's see if he does that 150 supply push, if he does mech.
Yeah. Well, with his style, I think he would. Even though it doesn't have the radius. It's weird. It's weird, man. I don't know what to say.
It's different, that's for sure. All right, we're going to go on into game number 3. Keen against Nada. Remember the last 3 times the Keen and Nada have met in the GSL. Nada destroyed Keen fairly easily.
Yeah, seems
now
like he has his number.
Will Keen overcome this problem player he has to face against?
We'll see.
We'll find out soon. Game is loading. Are you ready, Artosis?
Ready, Tasteless.
Do you have your helmet on? Are your water wings inflated?
They are.
Did you buckle your seatbelt?
I checked my parachute twice.
All right, good. This game's going to be off the hook. Let's see who wins between I can't talk. Between Keen and Nada here at the GSL.